This is the one I had when I was a kid. I almost missed the light cycle. The light cycle's over here too. But like nobody seems to like know exactly where they came from. Are you holding me? Somehow, this show always happens to be on the rainiest, muddiest, oftentimes coldest weekends in spring and fall. I don't understand. Spencer, every time we come here, it's raining. Every time.
I'm joining the granny.
Okay. I'm back once again at the Chicago Toy Show at the Kane County Fairgrounds, aka the Kane County Toy Show. I'm here with the whole family and we're gonna do some toy hunting once again. You know, this is a show that I've been going to for well over a decade at this point. I love it. It's spread out on a fairgrounds in multiple buildings there. And you know, I always seem to start in the same place. And one of the things that always seems to happen is I miss the back buildings, the outdoor buildings. So I think today we're gonna start at those outdoor buildings and I'm gonna do my best to work my way through. I know I'm not gonna have time to see everything, but I'm certain we're gonna find some cool stuff. All right, let's see what kind of swine they've got in here. Turtles, pizza face, George the Animal Steel. That's pretty awesome. I think the GoBots plates. Oh, some Mythic Legions. These are some of the recent Wizards, right? Those are awesome. Oh, that's cool. Dino Riders. Looks complete. I think it's complete. I don't know a lot about Dino Riders. What'd you find?
Rhino.
Rhino?
But what if the legs come short?
Oh, it's because he's like in a pose. He's like in a running pose. That's good. Okay, this is awesome. Beastly Buddies. Electronic Grunt. That is wild. So, I don't know exactly when this was released, but I assume this would have been riding the type of wave of popularity from stuff like My Pet Monster, because like he's got the cuffs. Very similar in styling, but he's very cool. I like that. Actually, there's a bunch of good bone crunchers over here. Undertaker, he's got some paint off of his tie. No hat, obviously. Commissioner Shawn Michaels. Jim Ross. That early Shawn Michaels 96. Sonny. Flash Funk. Oh, Bob Backlund and the Sultan. Oh, that's cool. Joe's. G.I. Joe's. Check out the Karate Chopper. Unused? Looks like it's open, but maybe unused means never actually been removed from the box. That's pretty awesome.
Oh yeah. Oh, you told me that. Yeah, you got both.
Ninja Force, Storm Shadow. Okay, this is actually pretty fun. Tell me if you guys know what these are. Leave me in the comments. You guys know these? These are from Big Bad Beetleborg, which, if you're not familiar with that, was one of those Saban Power Rangers type shows in the 90s. For some reason, the kids in that show, which were the Beetleborgs, hung out with all these monsters. And that's Flabber. He's like the main goofball. But this is pretty fun, actually. Some fun monster figures. This is a bin of nostalgia right here. Look at all these vintage little people. Man, I had so much of this kind of stuff when I was obviously very young. But it's crazy how you see these and they just instantly bring back all these memories. Like, you know that you've had them. Oh, that's Gordon and Susan from the Sesame Street sets. That's cool. Oh, and there's Prairie Dawn. Nice. These animals, I definitely think, I feel like these were from a zoo set that I had as a kid. These are great. Well, here's a whole bin of loose joes. What do we got?
I'll put it in my bag, but I'll wait until after I...
Definitely a bit of a mixture in here. Because that ain't vintage. This is actually pretty cool. I think this is the Mustafar playset from Star Wars Revenge of the Sith. And like, I'm just a sucker for playsets. So it's kind of cool that they made this. Because I certainly don't feel like we would get something like this today. Do you see how I like that? The volcano erupts when you push the button, the volcano balls come down. Look at the lava with the turn. It's like a platform. That's cool. Oh yeah, you plug these platforms onto it, I think, for your dueling with Obi-Wan and Anakin. That's cool. I gotta be honest, I didn't even know that the Impractical Jokers had toys. This is Sal, Bog Monster Sal. If you watch Impractical Jokers, you know. $10. This is crazy. I mean, not exactly the best likeness, but it's fun. It's got a bit of a vintagey feel to it. Meteorbs. Astro Lion and Tiger. I actually need to replace my Astro Lion. Mine's got a broken foot at home. Oops. No prices on these guys, so I might ask about those. Also, Rock Lord's Nugget. It's one of my favorites right there. A couple of Panthers in here, and this one you can see is well loved. But what I like about this is it exposes the unpainted black cat mold underneath. And when you look at these two side by side, like the purples almost even look different. It's possible that this was a slightly different color purple flock, but it also just could be because it's worn out or sun damaged. But specifically, I love seeing the black tiger poking through. Now, there have been instances where they reused some green battle cap molds for Panther and just put the purple flocking over it. So always check these, because if you see one that's got green underneath instead, you should grab it, just because it's unique and it's fun. But I actually do want to ask about this. I'm kind of curious. I don't know. He's got broken teeth and stuff, but I don't know. I like that. And you guys know me. I'm a big fan of this particular mold, Battle Cat Panther. It's one of my favorite toys in Masters. So do you think I'm the only person in the world that seeks out beat up, well played with figures like this and buys them? Who is this guy? Who is this guy? Oh, he's trying to take my shirt. Sam from Toy de Jour.
Hey, bye.
Hey. Okay, see ya. Look what I bought. That was my buddy Sam, the guy that runs Toy de Jour in Chicago. Massive shout out to Sam and Toy de Jour, of course. And hey, this is fun. I'm already finding some cool stuff, like a Panther whose fur is coming off. Maybe I'm just the weirdest type of collector. I don't know, but there's still so much more to see. We're gonna move into the next building and see what else we can find. Good Lord. What is that? It's what you've been looking for.
It's what I've been looking for. I think that's a great.
You remember when we were just in Miami? And we were looking at all the Rainbow Bright stuff, and I was talking about how I loved Rainbow Bright as a kid, no shame in it. And it was funny because like people in the comments were calling me a rain bro, like a like a brony, but I'm a rain bro.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, whatever, no shame. This is the one I had when I was a kid. I've got a picture of me like holding it like this.
Like that.
It's comparison time. That's the one. It's weird. It feels so small now, like as an adult. Like I felt like, I don't know, maybe were there different sizes of these, or am I just a grown up now?
Different sizes.
You think there were different sizes?
Yeah, but the dog, I had the dog.
The dog was bigger, right?
The dog it was about that size, but longer.
Oh, okay. That's kind of cool. It's cool to see it. Come to a toy show, Stina finds the Disney Loungefly section. Look at the chip one. Oh no. Oh my goodness. How cool is this? Talking turtle watch. Why are his arms and feet different color from his body? That's wild. Okay, this is the coolest thing about this. Look at the back of this. It actually comes with a sprue filled with weapons. And it's really interesting because it's like, it's clearly a Leonardo watch, but he comes with all of the turtle weapons. I mean, like, he's actually posed to hold them. This is amazing. I kind of want this. I don't know if I want to pay $75, but I do. That is so cool. Oh my goodness. $300 for needle nose. Wow. I mean, I know turtle stuff has really gone up, but that actually kind of surprises me. Some good stuff here, though. Knucklehead. It's a Ninja News Cycle. 50. Oh, there's a really nice giant Leo down here. 150. The Giants, the vintage Giants have definitely gone up. Ooh, is that printed? Yeah, that's a printed L. Sometimes you can find them with stitched letters. I think those would be the more desirable ones. While we were walking around, Christina and I ran into a gentleman who said, hey, Stina, I've got a whole bag of Disney Vinylmations. I know you're a collector of these. So I brought these just specifically so you could go through the bag and you could pick out any that you don't have. And of course she got really excited and she dug through the bag and was able to find a few that she didn't have in her collection, and he was nice enough to just let her have them, which is absolutely amazing. Like, the generosity among the viewers and the fans and just within this toy community always blows me away. So thank you so very much for the kind gesture of helping Stina acquire a few more Disney Vinylmations for her growing collection. Oh man, so this is a vintage pighead figure from the original Sunman line. And look at this! Paperwork. This is the original paperwork that would have been included in the blister with the figure. Now, these are already pretty rare. I don't run into them very often, but I certainly never see them with the paperwork. Though the price tag on this was like $800. Ugh, but still so cool to see. But how about a carded vintage Sunman? Holy cow, it's amazing. It's the flat top version you can see, but still very uncommon to find these guys still in the package. Look at that clean card back. You can see Olmec Toys down here in the corner. Man, this is amazing. So incredibly cool to see. So I come across this bin that's just filled with random stuff, and it's got a sign on it that says 5 for $10. And it's funny because the first thing that stood out to me was a VHS copy of the Garbage Pail Kids live action movie. Look, I know it's a bad movie, but I love getting things on VHS, especially stuff like this that you don't see very often. It's not like I can just watch that streaming. It's not really easy to find on physical. So I am interested in this. So I wanted to dig through the bins to see what else I could find to get that $10 price point. And there's some fun stuff in here. I did come across a couple of Galoob WCW figures. There was a Sting I already had, but I don't have Sid Vicious here. so I'll probably end up grabbing him. Also, this right here is pretty cool. This is from Mattel's King Arthur toy line. And this guy is in a 5.5 styling. The line is very similar to what Mattel was doing with Masters of the Universe, but in the 90s. I've got a bunch of these guys already, but I'm a sucker for it, and if I need an extra thing to throw in, I'll just grab this guy, along with this bag of Storms. Yeah, because all three of these count as one figure, I asked the dealer. So it's all three versions of Storm from the Toy Biz X-Men line. This is a pretty cool little bundle right here. So this is something you don't run into every day. There's a bunch of carded TMNT Next Mutation figures here, but the standouts are these, the Turtle Flage figures. These guys are really cool because they come with like these little armor bits, and there's like a cardboard cutout on the back of the box you can see in the pictures here. So they like blend into these little cutouts. But they're super fun, and they're actually pretty obscure, so that's why they're commanding the prices that they are here. Pretty cool to see all these carded and in such good shape. Oh, so this G.I. Joe looking guy right here isn't actually a G.I. Joe. It's a Remco figure, which is pretty cool looking. But the thing that's really standing out to me is this guy right here. So this is a Leonard Scours figure, and what's unique about it is this particular figure right here was originally released in the Scours line as a police officer, like a motorcycle police officer, but now he's jet skier. He's now wearing these bright colors here. You know, I like to think that when the police officer gets home from work at the end of the day, he gets to change into his brightly colored outfit and just be himself. He gets to stop being the police officer and be the jet skier. He's absolutely living his best life. Oh my God.
Little you.
Oh my God.
Bigger you.
Here, hold this.
Yep.
And you're all sweaty. I'm all sweaty. There's a lot of water condensation on the floor.
Oh my God. This is insane.
That's cool.
This is nuts.
Yeah. It's me. Toy me. As a cutout. The layers are insane here. Like me as a toy, as a cutout of a toy.
As a magnet.
As a magnet. Dude, this is insane, man. This is so cool. Thank you for doing this. This is insane. I love it.
Ah, man, this is absolutely incredible. So, my 2D heroes. You guys have probably seen me show these off before. I actually purchased a Skeletor from him the first time I saw him at a show, and he sets up at many shows. But today, he surprised me with my 2D hero cutout of my Pixel Dan Major Bendy's figure, which is just an unbelievably cool gesture. I love it. I'm so happy to have this thing. Massive shout out. Go check out my 2D heroes. I'm sure you'll see them at a future toy show or convention, but if not, go check them out online. They do some really fun stuff.
Guys, oh, hang out with the Ninja Turtles now, because we're the same. Or here, I can wrestle Macho. This is so cool. This is amazing.
Are you holding me? Oh, baby. Those are nice. Techno Viper is one I've been looking for. I think I'm gonna grab that. So there's some incredible, like, these are some high-end stuff right here, just because you don't see these like this very often, but it's crazy that I keep finding more and more of the AWA stuff carded. But here it is. I mean, look at that. Beautiful carded stuff. But then look at the Crystar stuff. Good grief. Absolutely beautiful.
I did. I was looking for that guy.
It's amazing. So it looks like we got 4,500. They're doing the full set, which is beautiful. And look right above that. Oh, 3K. It's the original Tron set. Look at those. Look at those card backs. It is unreal. I almost missed the light cycle. Light cycle's over here too. Man, if only. I would love to get these, but probably a little more than I'd want to spend right now on something like this. But this is just, you don't see these very often, so I understand the pricing. Ah, they're amazing. What? Sonic Man? Say what? Yeah, that's him. I remember that movie. Sonic Man. Good movie. Set tongue lasher down back here. Okay. The weight on it is so awesome. It's so. Do you know like where these came from? Yeah, cause like it's so weird because I've seen them a couple times. Like they've shown up and like nobody seems to like know exactly where they came from.
Some say it was like they got them all from the Big Jim one.
Yeah.
Because they claim it's from the 70s.
This is from the 70s? They claim it is. Okay.
And then I heard some guys say they got it from the Battle Cat.
It's a total mystery. Toy mystery. I love it though.
You find them like, most people find them in like antiques stores.
Antique stores? Yeah. Oh, so my buddy's over here at Kaiju Days, who I boothed with in Ohio. I've always got some amazing stuff. This Power Rangers Command Center, they've had this the last couple times, and I'm always so tempted just because I like play sets. And I'm not even a huge Power Rangers collector, but it's a cool looking play set. I'm a sucker for play sets. How about some Sailor Moon dolls? Oh, so much cool stuff. Look at that. Oh, that is awesome. Just Beyond. Pepsi Prime. Cool. This is the one, that's got Takara logo on it, but I remember that's in the 90s maybe? Maybe early 2000s, I don't know. It's got Pepsi Twist on it. That was the lemon Pepsi, right? Ooh, I like Ninja Fighter. Cool stuff. Oh, once again, we are approaching the time of day where the vendors are closing up and everything is shutting down, and we did not get to see everything. But we had an amazing time at yet another Kane County Toy Show. Like I said, I've been coming to the show for a very long time. I'll probably continue to do so in the future. Massive shout out to all of the awesome people that we ran into at the show that chatted with us and talked to us about toys and did pictures and all that good stuff. It's always awesome to see you guys. And now, my friends, it's time for my haul. So you saw me right at the beginning. I picked up this Panther who is in rough shape. And I know that seems crazy to a lot of you, but as I've mentioned a lot of times, this particular cat mold, Battle Cat and Panther or whatever, one of my favorite things to collect in the Vintage Masters of the Universe line. I love finding weird variations. This one is just all beat up, but I love that you can see the black cat under the purple flocking. Just something fun and unique for the collection. I found this Bone Crunching Series Undertaker figure that I didn't already have in my collection, and as an Undertaker fan, it was the right price, so I decided to grab it. And while we're on the wrestling front, I did also grab this LJN of Cowboy Bob Orton. Maybe I'll be able to find a cowboy hat at some point, but the figure itself is super clean, so I was really happy to add this to my collection. And a few more wrestlers came from that lot that I picked up. So I got the Galoob WCW Scott Steiner and Sid Vicious, which is pretty cool. Also in that lot, I got that one figure from King Arthur. I got the Garbage Pail Kids on VHS, and I got all three versions of X-Men Storm from Toy Biz. This is a random little lot, but for 10 bucks, I'm pretty happy with it. Oh, I got that awesome Scours figure, the jet ski skier. This dude is amazing. I just thought he was so funny. I love that they reused the head from the police officer figure from the Coors line. Seriously, this dude's just living his best life, man. Oh, massive shout out to my friend Hatch, by the way, for Jet Ski Skier. He hooked me up with it just because this was his booth where he had it, and he just was so happy that I was so happy that the figure existed that he gave it to me. I love it, dude. Thank you. And hey, on the 3 3/4 inch G.I. Joe front, I got a new figure for my G.I. Joe collection. I got Techno Viper. This is one that I've been wanting for a long time. I love the deco on this guy, that color scheme. Mwah! It's beautiful. So I'm so happy to add Techno Viper to the collection. And then, of course, the absolute best thing that I picked up today, my personal score of the show. I got this brass version of Battle Cat. This thing is amazing. It's an obvious bootleg or knockoff, but just the weird mystery behind this is intriguing. Like, it's very clearly the same mold as the cat that was used for Battle Cats or Panther or the Big Jim Tiger. In fact, we're wondering if this might have even been bootlegged from the Big Jim Tiger, as some people think this might have come out in the 70s, so before Battle Cats. It's also scaled a little bit smaller than the MOTU cats, as you can see, but that might just be because of the way they molded it. But it's so heavy, and it's so funny. This is totally the type of thing that, like, your grandma probably had in her house at some point without any idea that it was molded from an action figure that would go on to be a pretty famous action figure. I love this thing, and I'm so glad that I found it for the right price. So there you go, my friends. That wraps up another installment of Toy Hunting with Pixel Dan. I love this show. It's so much fun, and I think I found some really cool items there. But what about you guys? Did you see anything in the video that you're screaming at me for not picking up? What did you think of the prices on the things that I was seeing? I'm always a little like, I feel like sometimes those prices are just a little too high, but there's still good deals to be found. Like, deals are out there, and I got some good stuff at some good prices, so it's definitely still out there to be found. Massive shout out to all of you guys for continuing to watch this series, with an extra special thanks to all of my supporters over on Patreon. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because we've got a new episode coming next Saturday and every Saturday after that. Until next time, happy hunting, my friends!